Mesdames et messieurs, fidèles téléspectateurs d'Africa 24, bienvenue dans Décryptage. Au moment où nombre de services postaux peinent à survivre à l'ère du numérique, la Poste rwandaise, elle, connaît une croissance jamais enregistrée depuis sa fondation en 1922. Une croissance évaluée à plus de 150% pendant les 4 dernières années, due principalement au boom du commerce électronique dans le pays des 1000 collines. Mais comment la Poste rwandaise s'en sort-elle dans un contexte où les nouvelles technologies ont complètement perturbé les modèles classiques pour faire des affaires? Pour en parler, nous recevons dans cette édition de Décryptage M. Célestin Kayitare, le directeur général de l'Office rwandais de la Poste. La Poste est l'un des secteurs qui ont gravement été impactés par la venue des nouvelles technologies. Des emplois perdus, des services supprimés et tout ce qui va avec. Mais on apprend avec surprise que la Poste rwandaise s'en sort bien. Comment expliquez-vous ce phénomène?
These days, many people wonder or ask themselves, how does the National Post Office survive, financially, given the onslaught of new technologies? You actually meet many people who are no longer using the post office, particularly the youth, even the older people. They ask themselves, what is it that keeps you busy? And we hear that you are not making losses, that you are making profit. How do you manage that? The answer is multifaceted, is multidimensional, in the sense that a poster or the National Post Office of today is not just about stamps. You see, people used to use the post office by mailing their written communication through envelopes and stamps on it. And since they are no longer doing it, they are wondering what else we are doing. But we have been able to adjust to the new technologies. Of course, technologies have created what we know today as alternatives to traditional ways of communication, particularly when it comes to rapid and instant communication. What we have done is to adapt to the new technology. The new technologies actually are a tool that you can use. It's like when you've been used to walking on foot. When you get a vehicle, you still go from A to B, but you go faster, and it is more secure. And people, trust more what you are transporting by a car or by truck, rather than holding it on your head or on your shoulders, and taking it in your hands. So, in the simplest way, that how I would characterize, the integration of the ICT as a tool to improve speed, reliability, and even trust.
Vous semblez maîtriser le nouveau et l'ancien système d'opération de la Poste nationale. Est-ce qu'il y a une chose importante dont le numérique a privé l'humanité selon vous? Bien sûr, c'est un débat qui persiste, mais faites-nous part de votre idée sur la question.
What do I miss, or what do people have been traditionally using post offices miss today is the physical and the human contact. People used to come to the post office. When they came physically, they would meet each other, they would be talking. Someone would get a letter, open it, and get excited about getting the news, and he talked to his friends or whoever he came with, or whomever he meets at the post office. It becomes a center of conversation, becomes a center of meeting and exchanging on other things of life which they are going through. So that human element of new communication is missing. People communicate privately through the mobile phones. And you find actually people are constantly busy on their mobile phones and are not even talking to each other. So the human and the contact element is missing.
Revenons sur l'impact du numérique dans le développement de la Poste. Qu'est-ce qui a le plus changé dans vos services et comment cela impacte-t-il la croissance de votre institution?
Today you've heard of e-commerce, electronic commerce, or business done through the electronic means, be it a telephone, you place your order through the telephone or through the computer or laptop, and those who are attuned with technology, they have those gadgets. So now, particularly the youth who do no longer perhaps frequent the post offices as in the past, so they use these new technology tools to make orders, abroad, be it in China or United Arab Emirates, Dubai as it is known, or in Europe or in America. Electronic commerce has increased tremendously. So people do order online, but what has made that new development advantageous to us or useful to us is that what you order is a physical thing. It is a shirt, it is a trousers, it is a shoe, it is glasses, it is a watch, it is whatever. It is a physical thing that has to be brought physically by normal logistics means. And that's why we come in, and that's where we are able to make generate our resources because that activity is increasing.
Dites-nous concrètement quel a été l'apport du numérique sur les revenus de l'institution que vous dirigez.
To start with, as I said before, that source of revenue wasn't there. So already we started from zero to certain figures. And what I can say is that it has been growing mostly, let's say, for the last picked up for the last 3 to 4 years. It has been growing exponentially, from 0 to 50% to 100% to 200% to 500% of what we used to get at the beginning. In terms of the contribution of that segment of business to the general business, I would say that where, for example, we used to say that we used to generate in the whereabouts of, let's say, 600 million, we're able now to get upwards of 850 million, thanks to the revenues coming from the e-commerce department.
Nous le savons déjà, la Poste rwandaise est en pleine croissance. Mais quels sont les projets d'innovation qui sont en cours au sein de votre institution?
We are mindful of the fact that people don't have time at times to come to the post offices, and not everyone has big items that need to be stored at the post office for them to come and pick up. So they have a small thing, so they don't need to have a PO box. And that's why we are going very soon to start what's called virtual PO boxes. So you won't need a physical post office box. You are going to be allocated a virtual PO box. So we should be able to give as an address. Still, things will come physically. We'll keep them for you, but you don't need to have a box. But you'll have an address of a PO box. Okay, but that will be an electronic mailbox, a virtual PO box. So we are soon embarking on that, and we think before the end of this year, we'll have started that virtual PO box system.
Pour terminer, quel a été l'impact de la pandémie à coronavirus sur vos activités? Quelles sont les leçons acquises de cette crise sanitaire?
So the COVID affected our operations. We managed to make, some little money with the delivery. But I won't say that it was substantial at all. It kept that segment working, but I won't say that we made any money. We were also, at that time I remember when we sat down and went through the numbers and figures and realized that we were not making money, if our motorcycles were running around and the vehicles, and we could not charge any amount, we had to charge the most reasonable, almost at cost of the fuel. We realized we were not making money, but we said this also is going to be our contribution as an institution to contribute to the general effort that everyone is required or asked to make in order to make life easy for others, or to make the difficult situation more bearable for those who normally will not be able to afford. So during that time, our objective wasn't to make money, but also to make a contribution to that national effort.